Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome back to the house of sleeping dogs. Fitz is sleeping right there, taking a big old nap, and I'm here to review a pen with you guys, or for you guys, and that is a Narwhal or Nahvalur. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They changed their name. Fountain pen, and this is a model that I've talked about before, but this colorway is new and it is a limited edition, and it is kind of James's pen. He fell in love with this, and I was like, we can totally fund it if we sell some pens, so we did, and it's beautiful, and I'm gonna show you. All right, let's switch to shot. All right, so obviously this is not the pen. This is the box that it came in, and I wanted to quickly show you guys. Let me take this pen that we're not talking about off camera. And this is the box that the Nahvalur, I looked it up, I was saying it wrong, came in. And I'm probably gonna say Narwhal a lot, but I'm sorry about that. It's Nahvalur. Nautilus, it's like a corporate sleeve. And then in the corporate sleeve, there's a separate box that says Nahvalur Nautilus. Now, this is a special edition. It's the Caldera C version. And apparently only 400 were made. There's just some info on how to fill it, etc. And then the pen was in here. It's nice packaging. It's a little much. I like minimal packaging because I don't really save the packaging very much. Anyway, supposedly only 400 were made of this pen, and it is beautiful. We had a black cephalopod or something, and we sold it to fund this one. We liked it okay, but it wasn't the most exciting pen that we owned. This is ebonite. It is like blue and tan or blue and beige. It has that like porthole ink window, and as you can see, it's like super low on ink. Like there is ink in the feed. I don't know how much ink is actually left in here. Probably not much because it burped like crazy yesterday. It is a piston filler, so this is the piston knob. I'm not gonna engage it now because of the burping situation. But yeah, blue and tan with blue trimmings. Even the portholes are blue. And then, hopefully I can focus on there we are. There's like this beautiful scroll work on the cap band. The clip is, it's very, very stiff. If you don't grip it right, it will work. I think it will grip onto your shirt very tightly, which is a plus. It doesn't feel like it will break or if the material is brittle. It's just like kind of tight. Piston knob is kind of more blue than the rest of the body. I don't mind that. It doesn't like line up super perfectly, but I think it's okay. I think it's smooth enough for it to not be a pain to the eyes, an eyesore. I love how it like ends. It's really hard to focus on that, on the top of it. It's quite beautiful how the ebonite like rounds off, and then at the top we have the numbering, and I said supposedly only 400 were made. Ours is numbered 327 out of 500. Now, I went to the Nahvalur website and they say 400 were made, but the numbers are like out of 500. So this is confusing me a little bit. I don't know if there was a mistake made somewhere or if it's just like a random number. I can't imagine it being a random number, but it is definitely weird. I don't know what to believe about it. Anyway, the nib is blue. They make their nibs in-house. I have used a couple of them and they are decent, although they are dry in general. So I think I've used 3 or 4 Narwhal, Nahvalur pens, and they've all been consistently quite dry. You know that's not my favorite type of nib. I like them wet, but it is acceptable, especially on a pen this beautiful. I love the way the grip looks. This pen is really gorgeous to look at, and it is a good size. It is a large pen. Now, if you like posting pens, you're out of luck with this one. This is a non-posting pen. You do not post this. But as I said, it is a really decently sized pen. It is quite big. It's not too heavy. The ebonite feels really good, but like it's not too heavy, and you can definitely use this for longer writing sessions, even unposted if you're a poster. Like I don't know how big your hands have to be for this to be unusable. They would have to be fairly big. Now, this is a steel nib. This pen can also come with a gold nib, of course at a premium. And because this is a limited edition, it wasn't cheap in general. Now, I must say that we got this one at, I believe it was an Atlas Pens, and they had a really good discount going on. Black Friday shenanigans, and I think we paid 160 maybe? Or, yeah, I think 160. So it was pretty decent, and I think it's worth it. I think this is a unique looking pen, and I really like it. Anyway, now we go to the writing sample. We got a medium nib on this. I think we had a fine before, and I've had a medium before. And it was okay, it was dry, but like no real complaints there. All right, let us write. This is the Nahvalur Nautilus. And I love that it started up right away. I did not expect it. The colorway is called Caldera C. And this is a medium nib. And it writes more like a fine, in my opinion. As you can see, it doesn't lay down a lot of ink. It is okay, but it's not super wet. Doesn't dry out, which is really nice. This ink is Lamy Amazonite. And James chose this ink because it fits the pen so well. And I agree. It burped like quite heavily, and like into the threads too, and it's really hard to see that there's still ink in there. I'm pretty sure there is still ink in there. I tried to clean it as best I could, but yeah. So Lamy Amazonite, and yeah, it's a good pen. It's very enjoyable. It's I think the nicest narwhal that I've used, even though it is not very wet, and their nibs are really stiff. I don't know why they are really stiff, but they are really firm. I mean, yeah, you can't really push it. They're super hard. And some people mind that, others don't. Like for quick writing, I don't really mind that. Yeah, I wanted to say one last thing, but I forgot about it. So if I come up with it, I'll put it on the screen. It is a fun writer. And yeah, it is a cool pen. Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I wish the nib was a little bigger. So if you see this body, this is a fairly large pen, as I said before, and the nib just isn't really that big. Size of this nib is not really clear to me, because they make their nibs in-house. It looks to me to be like in between a 5 and a 6 somewhere, but I'm not completely sure what we would in the pen world consider this to be. If I find out, I need to dive deep into the Googles. If I find out, I shall put it on the screen right here. But yeah, lovely pen. It's a nice writer, best Nahvalur narwhal that I've used so far. And I'm definitely gonna enjoy using it more. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.